Donald Trump's promise of the deal of the century turned into what the Palestinian president called the slap of the century. It's forced Mahmoud Abbas and his team back to the drawing board. Nabil Sath has been involved in Palestinian policy making for decades. He now believes the US is losing its dominant role in the world.
In a world that is changing, I mean, the calculation is not only on our wishes, it's also on our analysis of what's going on in the world, including what Israel now practices. Israel is seeking very much better relations with the Russians, with the Chinese, with the Indians, with the Japanese. Israel itself knows that the world is changing and it cannot ignore these other important forces.
Abbas has been telling leaders from Europe, Russia, China and elsewhere that he wants them to have a role in mediation with the Israelis while retaining US involvement. For any new forum to work, though, the Israelis would have to be willing to take part. With Trump at his back, there seems little incentive for now for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to change tack.
I doubt that there can be any renewal of the peace process, especially that the alternative sponsorship will be refused by Israel. We will witness a period of no process, no solution.
What's a period?
I mean, probably the coming 1 to 2 years at least.
And that's a fairly bleak outlook, isn't it?
That's right, but this is less harmful to the Palestinians from continuing with a process in which the sponsor, the United States, might come up with a proposal that can be even more harmful than the continuity of the current difficult and bleak reality that we're living.
Anger with Donald Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital came with criticism of the Palestinian leadership for depending on US mediation for the last 25 years. It's felt the pressure to come up with an alternative.
We have no other option. We don't want to go back to violence. We are not abandoning our commitment to the peace process. And when you do that, then you really have to find a new international alliance, a new legal methods and ways and means of really saving our country from being totally overtaken by the Israeli colonial project.
As the Palestinians cast around for new mediation partners, the reality on the ground is that illegal settlements are expanding day by day, eating up more and more occupied land. Time is not on the Palestinian side. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, in the occupied West Bank.